All right, so I was waiting to do this video. I was hoping that Steam will give me my money back, and they did. They did, man. So not me shouting out Steam. Thank you, Steam. Thank you so much for giving me my money back. One of the criteria for getting your refund, I guess there's technically two, but you can't play the game no more than 14 days, or you can't play no more than 2 hours. But every time you file for a refund, each refund request is looked at on a case-by-case basis. So when it asks you, why do you want a refund? I put a whole paragraph in there. There's so many things that I was second guessing about the game, things that I didn't like, and I expressed that when I was filing for my refund. And I guess someone over on Steam's end, they saw it, read it, and was like, yo, he got some good points, you know? I got my money back, but I did manage to record some footage. I'm gonna try to go through it as briefly as I can. I don't want to make this that long of a video, but I did play it. I got about 3 hours worth of footage, and there are a bunch of things, man, that I thought could have been better. For one, the story. The story felt kind of weird, man. It's like the game starts you off in this sort of like Stellar Blade kind of vibe where immediately when you jumped into the game, you're thrust into this battle, this sort of war that's going on. It gave Stellar Blade vibes 100%. Here we go, right here. All right, the game throws you in this battle and it's the tutorial portion of the game. Now, I will say this, combat is fun. The fun thing I thought was the parrying. I thought parrying was really good. Parrying felt really good, just well done, executed properly. This whole coup mechanic right here I thought was pretty neat. I never experienced that in a game like this sort of like action adventure RPG style, where when you access Coup's abilities, it goes into this slowdown effect. I thought that was kind of cool, not even gonna lie. My issue is later on after this sequence, when you're in the world, there's not a whole lot of enemy variety. You fight a stag, this sort of goat looking deer creature, whatever. You fight this bear thing, and you fight a bunch of golems like robots. That's really it. There's like maybe 4 or 5 different enemy types. And after a while, once you get a hang of the parrying system, combat to me sort of felt repetitive. Because what you want to do in combat, you want to parry. Parrying builds that gauge that's right below Coup's like picture right there. And you use Coup's abilities to sort of make the gameplay a lot easier for you. I mean, that's really what you're doing. Coup can add skills to you. He can add buffs to you. He can heal you. He can do all sorts of things. He's your support system when you're in your battles. Also, when you parry enough, you'll end up staggering the enemy, and then that'll leave them open for a lethal, like, I guess, stab. That's what they call it. Voice acting was okay. My main issue was with Emma. I feel like she's so like bland and boring, man. And she always looks sad. She always looks sad, and it's like she has no sort of personality. She's almost like a walking robot. I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but you kind of find out that Emma doesn't have a heart. Little bit of a spoiler, but you find that out at the beginning of the game. It's not like that big of a deal. It might be before the first boss or after that boss fight. I don't remember, but you find out early on, so it's not like too crazy of a spoiler. Maybe that's why Emma's the way she is. Like, she has no heart, so I guess because she has no heart, she has no feelings. That's why she's always walking around with like the poker face, you know, a sad, lonely, gloomy face. But what didn't make any sense is the fact that you gotta eat. This game has a hunger system, and I'm being honest, I don't like the hunger system. I'm gonna pause the video right here. When I was playing this, I didn't realize it just yet, but this is the hunger gauge. The hunger gauge, as long as the gauge stays full, both Emma and Coup will continue to regenerate their health. If it's empty, they will no longer regenerate their health. So I thought that was an okay sort of thing, but it's almost like, well, if it stays full, they will regenerate their health, but if it doesn't, then they won't regenerate their health. It's like every good thing that I experienced in a game has something bad on the opposite end. Does that make sense? This is me going through the skill tree, right? So I realized that when it comes to the actual attributes, because both Emma and Ku have their own separate attribute points, which is good. So you can distribute those points and whatever skills that you want for them to increase their, like, I think it's strength, vitality, and something else. They each have their own separate attribute points. But when it comes to the skill tree, both Emma and Ku share skill points. And I thought that was horrible. Why in the world would you create a design like that? Why would they share skill points but not share attribute points? That makes no sense. So you, the player, you're left to decide whether or not you want to put your points into Emma's skill tree or put your points into Ku's skill tree. And from what I saw, again, I only played like the first 3 hours, there wasn't a way to sort of like respect your characters. And with this being a huge skill tree, as you all can see, you want to kind of experiment with different skills and all sorts of stuff, right? But I didn't see any sort of refund on the skill tree. So that meant that you were stuck with your skills, right? Unless you unlock that later on in the game. But right here at the beginning, there was no way for me to sort of get my skill points back and put them into something else. One thing I noticed too, I felt the damage that a lot of the enemies did was just way too much. I actually did die a few times, which I was kind of surprised about. And just the like mobility that Emma has, I thought was really, really cool. How she can sort of extend her hair, and that will allow you to go up like vertical or straight horizontal. It's really cool. It's really cool gameplay mechanic when it comes to exploring. I thought that was really, really neat. And I definitely enjoyed the whole hair extendo that she has. I thought that was cool. But one thing I noticed is that Emma cannot latch on to like an edge or nothing. Like she can't pull herself up, which I thought was kind of weird. In a game where it looks like they want you to explore and like have fun and see things and, you know, kind of like sightsee a bit, especially with how much verticality the game is giving you with Emma's hair skill. When you're going up and you're grabbing hold of something, Emma can't grab hold to it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know, man. It felt kind of weird whenever you would kill something or when you will find an item or a strong box. It really just gave you like a bunch of metal pieces, like scraps. You found like maybe some rice, some food, but it didn't feel all that rewarding. Like normally you'll get what, maybe some like armor pieces. In most other games you'll maybe find like a weapon or something like that. But when it came to exploring, when I realized I was getting mostly like food and metal parts and just like scraps and stuff like that, I really didn't care to explore that much anymore. So here's one of the things that really got me confused. Okay, you got to build your relationship with Ku. The deeper your bond is with Ku, I guess you unlock more stuff with them, right? As you can see, we're all dirtied up, we're bloodied up and all kinds of stuff, right? Watch what's about to happen. Watch. I walk in here and, oh look, a shower. You mean, yep. Somehow me and this big ass dog get in the shower together. We wash off all the blood and shit, and now we're sparkly clean. Like, why is that in the game, bro? Why is that in the game? Like, to me, that makes zero sense. 0 cents. And this chick right here, who is this? Okay, who is she? She keeps popping out of nowhere like a AI hologram. The game does not explain who she is. Maybe later on we find out who she is, but at the start of the game, you have no idea who this girl is. The best part about this game is the combat. I'm being honest, man. It's like the story didn't pull me in. It really didn't. And I feel like this is a story-focused game. And for the story to not pull me in, okay, because I'm a huge sucker for a game that has a really good story. I really am. It's one of the reasons why I love like the Final Fantasy VII series. I love Final Fantasy VII because of the story. I absolutely love it. Stellar Blade has a better story than this too. But you want to know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a game that came out last year. I think it was last year. Lost Soul Aside. I played that game on stream. I was streaming it on TikTok. The best part about Lost Soul Aside was the combat. Everything else about that game was straight trash. And I feel like, I hate to say it, but the best part about this game is the combat. feel like this is going to be another Lost Soul Aside. You might as well just wait for this game to go on sale. When I was playing Lost Soul Aside last year, I was telling people that that game was not worth full price, and people were better off waiting for that game to go on sale. And with this game right here, Beast of Reincarnation, you're better off waiting for this game to go on sale. There's so many things they could have done better, man. Just like this right here. It's like the same types of enemies. Like that's all you're fighting are these robot golem things, man. And a lot of times they hit extremely hard and it doesn't make any sense. Look at that, more scrap metal. Like that's all you find for that game to go on sale. Or if you have Game Pass, just go ahead and play it on Game Pass. I don't think this is worth the $60, $70 price tag, if I'm being completely honest. 3 hours of playtime, that was it. That was all I gave this game, man. Towards the end of this, I think this video is coming to an end. Yeah, I'm getting close towards the end here. I was second guessing myself. Like, is this game really worth it, man? And I hate that. I hate when I'm second guessing myself on anything. It doesn't have to be a video game. It could just be like something that I bought from the store. Just like in life in general, man, when I'm second guessing myself, that's when I know I shouldn't be doing it. I was looking forward to this. But this is just another disappointing launch. This definitely feels more like a AA title rather than a AAA title. And I would say, if I'm being honest, just play this on Game Pass. Just get Game Pass, however much it costs, and just play this on Game Pass. Don't bother buying this right now. Just don't. Wait for it to go on sale or play it on Game Pass. Just hope the rest of the games that come out this month in in August, be a lot better than this. I know Marvel Tokon, that's coming out the end of this week, and I'm definitely going to play that. I'm trying to get back in my fighting games. I'm trying to find something to upload to my main YouTube channel, man. I was hoping for this to be it. Damn, this sucks, man. I just can't do anything on my main YouTube channel.